right, so you want to use me as a drop point. Let's talk about what that entails. In general, what a drop point means in the group is that you are passing orders that you have with your customers on to other sellers that have those same customers. So there's no further work between you two to kind of help a customer out so that they only have one pickup location instead of two. It's the same with me. If you want to send your orders here as a seller, you need to have an order with me, or I need to have an order with you. That way it's no further work. We have a lot of sellers in this group. I can't have all of the sellers coming and dumping all of their orders here. We need to have business with each other as well. So there's a little bit of faith involved in that we're going to find something mutual that we can either buy from each other. But the main thing is that if you want to put me as a drop point, because I don't have you as my drop point, you do need to find an order with me. So I push hard and I sell a lot each week. It's predominantly books. That might be the bulk of what you're looking at as far as what you can purchase from me, but I do post some other things during the week, household goods or toys or whatever else I can find to throw up. So you'll have an order with me ideally, and then you kind of figure out which of your customers we have in common. The trick there is that when you want to invoice them, you want to say, hey, if you have an order with Erica, I can drop your order there this week. That's kind of proactively telling them like they need to have an order. And hopefully they're clearly answering you by saying, yes, I do have an order with Erica. But then there is definitely a lot of new members that misunderstand what a drop point is. It sounds like they can just have all their stuff dropped at my place and that's it, no strings attached. That's actually not what it is. If someone says to you, can you drop my stuff at Erica's? You're gonna have to clarify, do you have an order with her this week? They have to answer that. They're just telling you, well, I have stuff there already. That doesn't mean they have an order with me either. That means that they might be having a bunch of sellers just dropping stuff and nobody's actually making sure that they have an order with me. And then I'm ending up with people that I'm not transacting with and I'm storing all their stuff. It ends up causing me some extra work. Sometimes I don't even know who these people are. And then I've got their stuff behind my gate on my property. I like to have given them information about how to find my house and all of that stuff. So my customers already know that. That's why I want my customers' stuff here. The other thing at my drop point is that everything is outside, and that's a plus and a minus. The positive side of that is that people can stop by at their convenience during the day, during the early evening, and pick up their stuff when it's convenient for their schedule on the day that it's convenient for them. They don't have to message me and let me know they're coming. They just stop by. It's not like it's tucked inside my house and they have to let me know to set it out or anything like that. So that's a positive, but the drawback is that it's in the elements, okay? So you've got morning dew, you've got wind, dust, heat, possible rain. So all of that stuff means that you need to protect their order. It's on you to make sure that their order gets to them in the condition that they bid on it in. So drop it off well packaged, put it in a plastic bag, tie it off. You want to use paper gift bags to staple them, make sure that they're under the shade cover that I've provided. Use trash bags if it's a big bulky item, and communicate with them. This was too big and I couldn't fit it in a bag. Take a picture when you drop it off. See, here it is. It's outside and it's baking in the sun. It could get rained on, whatever, you know. They need to know that information so that they can come and pick it up in a timely manner. You need to assume that they're not going to be picking things up timely. That's the benefit of the drop point that I have, whereas other people might have it in their homes. Mine is all outside and they can wait to come and get it until it's convenient. So they do. And sometimes things sit for a week or two before my buyers will come out. So you want to have it, you know, weather resistant. You want to put their name on it, and you want it to be nice and legible. I would love it if you could please also put your seller name on it. If for any reason that person gets bumped out of the group, they leave the group, they get kicked out of the group, the name starts to wear off, you know, on the label, I've got at least 2 pieces of information, their name and your name, to kind of track down how to get that order to them. So that's one of the things you can do. There's different ways to do that. You can tape it on, you can write it on, you can staple it on, whatever you want to do. If it's temperature sensitive, keep that in mind. If you're sticking crayons out in hot weather, you might ruin not only the crayons, but the other things you're bagging them up with, or makeup, or temperature sensitive pantry items, all that stuff. If you want to drop that off, you can put it on my shaded porch at my front door, and then send me a message, say, I left such and such on your porch, and I can bring it inside and I can coordinate the pickup for that buyer so that their stuff doesn't get ruined. There is one more thing that I have thought about. I have a cash drop box at my location. It's behind the gate and it's a locking cash box. So that means that your buyers can drop off cash for you if they need to. And then it's going to maximize your sales, because we do have a few ladies in the group that are cash only. They do not have Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, anything like that. So you can still capture those sales. What's going to happen is you're going to let your buyer know there's a cash drop box at Erica's. There's envelopes there for you to put your name on it, my name on it, the amount you're dropping, and she will Venmo that to me. When your buyer shows up, there's envelopes there, they can fill that out. Sometimes if you don't give them any instruction, what they're going to do is they're going to drop a bunch of cash in my box. Naked cash. I don't know who that goes to. I have lots of ladies using that box. So that's a conundrum. Educate your buyer so that that doesn't happen. You don't have to message me when they drop the cash. As soon as I open that box, 1 or 2 times a week, I'll be shooting you over that Venmo or that money, and it'll be there for you. But other than that, I don't want a bunch of messages that are like, hey, someone dropped I'm not gonna run out there right away and send it to you. It's just too much back and forth in my house, and sometimes I'm not at home. When I have the time in the week to open the cash box, that's when I do it, when I can commit to sending it immediately. So there's that. That's a total benefit. Hope this drop point system works out for you. It should be a benefit because I do have a lot of customers that buy from me regularly. They like the location. They're already shopping a lot in the group. So, it's not only a benefit to me, it's also a benefit to you. Thanks for reaching out. And if you have any questions, let me know.